Hi, it's Lori from Peace, Love, and Therapy. I wanted to come to you today and just talk to you sort of about differentiation. I don't know if you're familiar with this term, but it's something I talk a lot to my clients about. My definition of differentiation is knowing who you are, what you believe, what you truly need and want. No, not what other people think that you should need and want, but what you really need and want in your life. And then from that place, you can think about the relationships in your life with everyone, with family, with a significant other, with coworkers, with almost anyone in your life. You can sort of figure out what are the hard lines for you, what are things you're not willing to compromise on, and where are the places you're willing to be flexible or learn and grow. And so knowing who you are sounds really simple, and I don't think that it's so simple for a lot of people. You guys know I work with a lot of transgender clients, sort of my wheelhouse. And one thing I know about a lot of transgender clients that come to me is they don't really know who they are. They've spent a lifetime just trying to put a version of themselves out there that would be acceptable. So they sort of have to start back at step one. Maybe even where a preteen would be about figuring out what do I want to look like. How do I want the world to see me? What do I like? What do I like, even in terms of food or music, or what do I prefer? Who am I attracted to? I think all of those things are on the table, and I think that it's important for them to get answers to those questions. The reason this is really important, right, before getting into relationships or defining relationships with family is if we aren't honest with ourselves, if we are not honest with other people about what it is that really works for us, what it is that will make life a little less full of effort, what would really flow in our lives, we have to really know ourselves. And again, it sounds simple, but I think it's complex for a lot of people. The danger is, if we don't figure that out and we don't know who we are, we can agree to be in relationships with people who, in that relationship, require a lot of effort. We might make compromises that really, in the end, are not going to make us happy. We might put ourselves in positions where we can struggle every day. So, doing the upfront work of knowing who we are, what we believe in, what we really want in life, what we need. What do we need to be happy? Do we need some adventure in our lives? Do we need security? Do we need affection? What is it we need? And what would that ideally look like for you? I think this is a tough place for a lot of people because they want to be in a place of not hurting anyone else or not imposing on anyone else. I've had clients recently who said, they're transgender, I'd like to come out to more people and have them use my right name and pronouns, and I just don't want to impose on them. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. The missing piece in there is that my client is uncomfortable. My client every day feels this heaviness, this sadness, this annoyance at being consistently misgendered and misnamed. And they're willing to bear that for themselves, but not willing to see how that would work with other people. So I think taking yourself into consideration is not only a good thing for you, but it's good for the people around you. It's good for people around you to know who you are, what you believe, what you stand for, what you need, how they can be in relationship with you. I think coming from that really honest standpoint is good for everyone, even if in the beginning it requires learning to set boundaries, it requires having difficult conversations. It may even require adjustments in relationship with people. Maybe there are people who we won't be in a close relationship with as we have in the past, because it's just not a match. So I encourage you to feel empowered to really start exploring not what you're supposed to need and want, right? But what you actually feel that you need in your life, what you actually desire, what you actually feel would make your life more, create less effort, right? You'd have to make less effort in your life if you had those things in place. So, no matter who you are, I think differentiation would serve you well. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear about how you've learned to differentiate or what your fears are about it. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.